Welcome to the UP Notable Books Club, brought to you by the Upper Peninsula Publisher and Authors Association. Diana Magnuson has illustrated over 100 children's books, bringing characters to life with brush and pencil. She taught illustration classes at Northern Michigan University and presented in schools. In 2016, she was named Marquette City's Visual Artist of the Year. Her gallery work focuses on nature and climate change. She now resides with her husband and dog, Annwyn, in Michigan on the shores of Lake Superior.
Today we have Diana Magnuson. Am I saying it right? Magnuson?
Magnuson, yep.
Magnuson is with us tonight to talk to us about garden sleeping, garden growing in and around all year long, which was really well received by our UP Notable readers last fall. They loved it. And so we're so glad it got selected, and we can't wait to hear what you have to say about it. But first, I'm going to turn it over to Victor, because Victor always gives us a few words about UPA, and then he'll hand it over to you, Diana.
Thank you, Evelyn. I'm a little bit scattered today. I will do my level best here. I'm most excited about our pre-conference workshops for the UPPAA Spring Conference, which takes place on Saturday, May 16th, 2026 in the beautiful Peter White Public Library in downtown Marquette. Now, everyone who is a UPA member is invited to come, and the admission is free to UPA members. So if you want to come to our Spring Writers Conference, that's the easiest way to do it, is to join UPPAA. Go over to our website, UPPAA.org, and click on Join or Renew. Now, this year, we're expanding from Saturday to Friday. We have what we're calling the pre-conference workshops. So there's an intensive poetry workshop with Kathleen Johnson, who is an acclaimed poet and educator, and that will be a 3-hour workshop on Friday afternoon from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Peter White Library. And the cost is just $45, which is really good. And she will provide feedback on the poetry, writing, and techniques, and how to break through writer's block, how to prepare your work for publication, all kinds of great stuff. And also we will have, at the same time, Julie Covert who is a book coach, will be covering some important stuff on what she calls how to create your mini book trail, right? You wouldn't go climb a big mountain in Washington State. Someone help me out here.
Oh, they changed the name.
Mount Shasta? Maybe that's what it was?
Whitney? No, I should know this. I used to live there.
That's okay. We'll call it Mount Shasta.
St. Helens?
Yeah.
That's Oregon. Mount Rainier is off Seattle.
Okay.
Yeah. I started thinking Alaska, but now I'm back in the right state.
Okay. So you wouldn't climb Mount Rainier without a trail map. And so she provides a way that you can develop your own trail map for the book that you're writing to ensure a path to success. So that's our updates for UPPAA. Thank you, Evelyn.
You're welcome, Victor. And it's so good. We're getting a lot of press. I was interviewed today by an Escanaba newspaper, The Beacon. I was on TV a few weeks ago, all kind of promoting this book club. So, the word is, after 6+ years, getting out, Victor. Yeah. It's kind of exciting. But we're always just glad, to have this book club. And like I was saying to Diana, that, since we're a little bit out of sync, but we're really glad she could fit in January. It's just a great year because it's our first year. All 12 authors, all 12 books are going to have a book club meeting. And so we're thrilled with everything that's gone on this month that she's able to talk to us tonight. And I think it's going to be a great meeting because it's just such a beautiful book, and it just walks such a nice line between poetry and fiction and illustration, and then, of course, nonfiction. You teach us so much in this book. So I have got to shut up and turn it over to you, Diana. Tell us about garden sleeping, garden growing.
When we first moved to Marquette in 95, in 96, I asked a friend, who do you know who has a really nice garden? Because I grew up going summers to my grandmother's and being in her garden back before the pesticides and the sprays. And we butchered chickens and drove hogs to her house. And I jumped on a hog. They don't like it, they throw you off. So I had always really wanted to do something. And in the book where I say the word pass the rutabaga, it's because she had rutabaga in this huge garden right down the hill. And there was a family with 9 kids. And I said, Grandma, somebody stole some of your rutabaga. She says, that's okay. They don't have much money. So I adored that grandmother. So this was in honor to her. And Noriko Maurer was a post-World War II war bride who came from Japan to here. She worked on the base there, and things were more conservative. If you worked on the base, people thought of you in not good ways. So she married a white military guy and moved to Marquette. And her mother-in-law and everybody, she had a huge garden. It was just lovely. So outside of changing her house into a log cabin, the layout is exactly how she has it at home. And on the book launch, I had her come. It was great. I waited quite a while to get this thing published, so she was older. So I guess we were thinking I would read a few of the poems and then go back and do one glossary. And I can do it with yep, there we go. So we'll go January. Okay. What I did is quite on purpose, I had the book from the garden's point of view. And I'm working on a tree book that's from the tree point of view, and humans aren't even mentioned. I thought it'd be great if kids could get embedded into what's going on there. So here we go. I am garden, I rest under winter's heavy chill blanket of white. I listen, half asleep, and grow in ways invisible to the eye. Tall trees surround me, their breath crackles in the cold. Hungry forest animals prowl, stepping over me. Their tracks cover my snow-belly drifts. Shh, there are hunters about. Silent danger arrives with a swift whoosh of white wings, sharp claws race. Owl and mink are hungry. Tiny mice squeak their terror, rabbit leaps, it is ever so. Inside the cabin are my people who care for me, where a wood stove pings with warmth and bright seed catalogs lie open on the table. Eager fingers skip through colorful photos. Summer garden dreams begin. Delia-chan, dear one, which seeds shall we choose? Asks Aunt Noriko. Delia's smile grows. Please order blueberry bushes for me. I love blueberries. Next. February. Delia jumps to open wide the mailbox. Look, the seed packages have arrived. She tugs her dog and package-laden sled. Iron sled runners swish, swish. Delia puffs a happy warm breath. Tiny white clouds blow into nippy morning air. Wait, what is this? My garden quiet is broken. A frustrated woodpecker wings overhead with a high-pitched chirr, chirr. That red-headed bird shrieks at squirrel. The little thief's furry cheeks stuffed round and fat with stolen bird seed. Unworried about in live trap. I gotta just do one thing because it went smaller on me. There. Tiny feet tickle me. Little mice scurry in a frantic race through my snow tunnels. Close behind them, claws tear wide their underground paths. Weasel is on the hunt. March. Warm and safe inside the house, my fragile seedling sprout. Warm and safe inside the house, but outside, ouch! Sharp teeth chomp chomp and nibble on my raspberry bushes. In the snow, bobcats soft paws slink through soft snow. His muscles tense, ready to leap forward. Hair freezes, her nose twitches, her muscles tense, ready to leap away, ready for a speedy escape. Above, flying squirrel glides for the bird feeder. Careful, steer well, don't crash. This is my favorite spread. April, my snow face melts under sun's earth-warming smile. Outside plants peekaboo their young noses up through my rich, dark soil. Inside plants sprout more new leaves that hug the window's light. Ever-hungry animals still advance. Winter is long, they are hungry and more bold, less wary now. Hiss! Fearless skunk and raccoon guard compost rotting food delights. And April, I believe. My soil is, no, this is May. My soil is turned and fed. Inside plants come outside. Relief. Released from pots, their cramped roots spread wide in my rototiller loosened earth. Slurp, slurp, slurp. Raccoon robs hummingbird feeders. Gone is the sweet nectar. Whir of wings as hummingbirds lunge. Chidit, chidit, their rasping complaint calls are ignored. Old skunk, live trapped in the garage, sleeps, not worried a bit. A light, stinky aroma unfurls his cage, sheet covered with care. I think this was one of our earlier versions when I dropped a line there. Okay. And I'm going to do one little thing here. June, just water me and watch my little ones grow. Welcome, welcome, good insects and birds. Pollinate and protect my young plants. But wait, there is peril in the woods. Noriko calls out, Delia-chan, climb high, be safe. Delia scrambles, she is safe. Branches break, hoofbeats pound. Wolves' hunger drives them toward a hoped-for dinner. Moose mom and her calf stampede by on the grass, a thundering gallop for deep blue water safety. Just aside, because this garden's right on Lake Superior. July morning, my dirt itches with fast-growing weeds that push and crowd at my young plants, while insects swarm and bite and chew. Such a bother. Munch, 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 scratch, 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 and bzzz. Birds, help me out here. Protect me. Come, gather, bite, and chew. Nearby, old garter snake can't slither away. His toad-swollen belly caught him fast in strawberries netting. Go. One more. And let me know when I should stop, Victor, because of the time. July afternoon, eagle's shadow slides over my soon-to-be ripe red and blue and green juicy berries and my almost full-grown vegetables. I hear the flap, flap, flap of heavy wings. Mother eagle soars to a treetop nest amidst endless hungry squeaks and demands of eaglets and all new forest little ones. Their parents hustle and rustle, waddle, fly, and climb to gather food beneath the press of sun's summer heat. Wise Noriko sprayed a rotten, stinky mixture of egg whites, hot pepper, and garlic to protect my young plants. July night. Owl watches and waits. Bats loop and swoop. Moths snatch mosquitoes and moths. Hunter's soft steps pad, pad, pad as hunger-driven animal families invade by moonlight softened shadows. I'm laughing at whatever that is on there. Badger's big claws dig, dig, dig. Rocks and dirt fly. Rabbit scrambles from his second exit. Coyote mother leaps, her pups watch and learn. August. My bounty of ripe fruits and vegetables is picked clean, cooked, canned, or frozen. Shiny boiled jars glow color bright in rows stacked on Noriko's counters and shelves. Happy murmurs are heard inside and out. Slurp, 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 and lick, lick, lick. Thimbleberry juice drips from Delia's fingers inside and from Bear family paws outside. Achoo! Raccoon, calls Noriko. Serves you right. I hot peppered the corn tassels. Go find your food in the woods and not in our garden. September. Overhead, flocks of geese form companies of V's and J's to ease their long flight south. The ongoing fanfare fills the air overhead with calls of a honk, a honk, a honk. Goodbye, sings Delia. Her busy fingers shut corn with Noriko. Fall air chills, a glitter of frost paints my dirt edges and ridges. I heave a sigh of relief and contentment. I am clean, fed, tilled, and put to bed, carpeted by soft falling leaves of red and gold. The last of my harvest is carried inside, packed and stored with care. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Oh no, I hear Delia shout. Aunt Noriko, that stinky fellow is back, asleep in your garage again. November, I rest safe now through the wind whirls, drives and pushes. Though the wind whirls, drives and pushes, and storms howl, winter is here. Waves thunder crash, kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. Dense, damp driftwood is heaved ashore. Boulders shift and slide across Lake Superior's icy floor. Cozy behind double glass doors, Noriko and Delia-chan drink hot cocoa, hot chocolate, and tea. There's a fun story. I don't know if this, you can delete this if you don't need it, but I had my daughter take pictures at her in-laws' Thanksgiving, 2 Thanksgivings ago. My daughter and everybody are in there. Noriko's family gathers from near and from far, traveling by plane, bus, and car. Through the window, I see hugs, laughter, and joy around the candlelit table, and there's no candles there. My harvest abundance creates quite a stir. Winks, smiles, and thankfulness. Everything smells so good, so pass the rutabaga, please. Yeah. December, I am serene, undisturbed, and at peace. While Noriko bakes here's where we were, more of my tasty fresh fruits and vegetables into pies, cookies, cakes, and breads. Holiday packages are papered, taped, and ribboned for holiday gift giving. Delia stacks the gifts. Are we giving them all away? Are any of these mine? Do we have to give them all away? Will we deliver them? Can I come with? How many will we mail? When are Nana and Grandpa coming? Do my mom and dad know what gifts they're getting? Chuckling, Noriko delivers a quick kiss and squeeze. All shall be well, Delia-chan. And our last, beginning again. My giving has come full circle. I welcome this quiet time. Resting under winter's heavy chill blanket of white, I listen half asleep and grow in ways invisible to the eye before beginning again. And there's a picture of Noriko and her husband and me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Your artwork is phenomenal.
Oh,
yeah. I love your pictures.
Well, I sent Victor some of the new drawings, and they're kind of a different approach, a lot of details still. Okay, we can go and read the glossary on this one. Black-capped chickadee. I put Victor through a lot of work on this glossary, getting the thing lined up.
You did.
Sings chickadee-dee. Flight is a looping, flying gymnast style. Put sawdust sawdust in a birdhouse, and Chickadee thinks it's a rotten stump and nests there. Menu: seeds, berries, and suet in winter. In summer, insects and spiders, storing seeds and insects for later eating. Noriko is a post-World War II bride living on the southern shore of Lake Superior. Her mother-in-law taught Noriko how to garden here. Niece Delia stays with her aunt after school while her parents are at work. White-tailed deer, when in danger, raises its white flag tail. Fawns follow their mother's white flag as they dash through the woods. Deer are destructive to garden. Their menu is green plants, buds, cedar trees, flowers, and tender tips of bushes that stick out of winter snow. Short-tailed weasel, a very tough fighter, hisses and screeches when angry, purrs when happy. A good swimmer with partly webbed feet, it dens on riverbanks. Menu: rodents, fish, crustaceans, frogs, rabbits, chipmunks, and birds. Deer mice have more enemies than any other creature. In the winter, you see their little trails in the snow. Menu: garden seeds, fruit, peppers, tomatoes, bulbs, corn, and insects. They eat anything, even your dog's food. Snowy owls nest on the ground far north in the Arctic tundra. When food is scarce, the younger owls fly south into Canada and the northern United States. Perching on fence posts and roofs, they search for food. Flight is so silent, animals can't hear them coming. Their menu is mice, rabbits, water birds, voles, and squirrels. Eastern cottontail rabbits produce 1 to 7 litters a year with 1 to 12 young each, adding up to a possible 350,000 rabbits in 5 years. Luckily, rabbits are food for many animals. Menu: green vegetation, herbs, gardens, fruits, and vegetables in summer, bark, twigs, and buds in winter. You may see rabbits playing in the moonlight. For warning, they stamp their feet. Crop rotation is needed every 1 to 3 years to keep garden soil healthy. Soil needs nutrients, organic matter, and microorganisms. Example: corn takes nitrogen out of the soil, but beans replace it. Rotation reduces the buildup of pests and diseases. With a magnifying glass, you may see earthworms, roundworms, fungi, insects, and spiders in the soil. There we are. And Victor, if we wanted to, and I think I sent you the PowerPoint properly.
Yep, I've got it right here.
Okay, we can show, Mary, you'll see I changed some of my drawing. This is the first book I actually also wrote that got published. And there was a lot of illustrating before that. This is my 101st book.
Wow.
Yeah, they're not all great and whatever, but it was a good life.
Yeah, amazing work. I'm sitting here looking at my copy. I've got to put my UP notable sticker on it.
No,
I don't have my sticker on. I got to do that. So with 101 books, while Victor's helping you out there, is this your first award winner, or have you won some other awards?
It's my first one that I wrote.
Okay.
Yeah.
But for your illustrations, you've had some other awards then.
I've had a couple. I tend to bury myself in drawing and not look for anything else, but I'm better now. And I had an agent back then, and she sent the work, and I did the work and sent it back. That's
okay.
Yeah. So this is, the drawing changed. I was doing a Native American, Victor and I are working on this book. I've got to finish illustrations, and a friend who's really good at ontology and words is editing. But it's a Native American who came to me 14 years ago and asked me to write a little kid's picture book. And then things didn't get off the ground from him and sending me stuff. So I just started writing this novel. And over 7 years, he approved the different parts of it. And he invited me to things his group was doing out on the beach by the ocean and to the Native American Center in Seattle. And so, yeah, I've got this Celtic Druid background, I figure. So I didn't copy exactly Swinomish because I'm not Swinomish. So the drawings all are kind of a mixture of things. We can go to the next one, but it's all about guardian ancestor spirits trying to save humankind. And this is it's called Braving Amulek. And the dragon's really angry for some good reasons, but turns out to be quite a bit of a terror to the people. And next one. There's a story that the earth was all water. I'm surprised how many religions in the world have sort of the same symbolism. Now, maybe I'm not surprised. But the story was it was all water. And so the different creatures tried to dive down and bring up earth under the ocean. And finally, one managed it and brought it up and put it on the back of the turtle. And to Native Americans, North America looks like a turtle, and maybe that includes South America. I forget. So yeah, Ray Swikwai, he's a Native American elder with the Swinomish Reservation in Washington State. So yeah, the story's about two twins that have come under some abuse in their village. Going for a little gnat here. And so the guardian spirits in an ancient tree bring them through the world. So it's kind of an epic thing. Okay, next one. One of the ancestors is a salmon. There's 13 of them in the Swinomish, and one is a salmon. So when they say, mostly nowadays, they'll just list eagle and raven and a couple others. And often they don't know them all, but there's 13 of them. And this was the salmon ancestor taking these two twins to show the history of salmon and what was. So you get to go watch the bears pull the salmon out. So most of these aren't quite done yet. Next one. This one, there's a story in several tribes about an ocean god comes up and sees the chief's daughter and wants her. And the chief doesn't want to let go his beloved daughter. So the ocean god just stops all the fish and causes all kinds of problems until she goes. And apparently she is happy when she's down in that world. And there's a place up in Whidbey Island where under the bridge where they say you can see the waves are her hair floating. And she saves one of the twins who's trying to kill herself, actually. Okay. By jumping into the ocean.
Wow. They're so different from this book's illustrations.
I
Do you
know.
prefer black and white or do you like both?
No, for this book, because it's more of a novel, it doesn't work to do color. So,
Okay.
yeah. So that's, yeah, and I've done a lot of drawings that have to do with climate and mostly climate, Mother Nature. And so that's been the style I've been working with on that.
Oh, do you have a preference? Do you enjoy, black and white or color or different mediums?
I kind of like everything. The cover will be in color, and I've been working on it and before the car accident, so I have to wait for another 5 days before I can go work on it. But yeah, it's that whole process of how do you do the values, the composition, make what you want to come forward, and it's not working yet, but it will. It's just yeah. So I just decided instead of a black background, I'm going to do a white one. So that's acrylics. Nice thing about acrylics, you just paint over it and correct and paint over it and paint over it. So I do like watercolors. I did probably 3/4 of the books. Some of those books were for schools, and a few were trade, and some were mass market. But most of watercolor, and yeah, I like watercolor, acrylic, and the ones I'm doing now will be a mixture, colored pencil, acrylic, ink, the whole thing, because you can fix anything if you do that. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that's my drawing art place in that room past my forest there. And then this is my writing room.
Beautiful. Wow. It's so nice to see the author in her habitat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm really happy with this space. I switched things around a few times over the years, but yeah, I stood in each area and said, "Can I write in this spot? No. How about this spot?" And so I just try to get a feel for it. It's good now.
Good. Now, a lot of times, Diana, people in the audience will ask a question. Would you like to have some of us ask you some questions?
Sure.
Okay. Anybody want to ask anything to Diana tonight about her book or her work?
Is that the room upstairs where you close the door way up above?
Yeah, I'm up on the second floor. John's
Yeah.
got his counseling and everything on the first floor.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, I like being up.
Mm-hmm.
I tried the basement in Seattle. My family moved me down there, everything down. And I was down there about a month, and I said, I feel like I'm in a coffin. They had to move me back up. So told me, you got to make up your mind. So yeah, no, I really like.
Have you, I mean, the book is, I think it really lends itself well for like school age kids. Have you given any talks or classroom visits with this one yet?
Not yet. I'm going beginning of February to bring one to each of the schools.
Okay.
Victor gave me 4 hardcover ones, and I'll bring them because if they would take them in the schools for the science or for those things, that would be great.
Right.
So,
Yeah. It's really a neat book about, gardening. And I don't know, when I read it, I was thinking too that I know this is going to be a little bit out there, but the farmers markets in Iron River and Crystal Falls, every week when people do the farmers market, they have to pay like $20 to have their stuff to be able to sell. And then the group that heads that takes that money and they use it to promote gardening. So I was thinking about, if you don't mind, I was going to contact them about you and your book, because that might be something they would like to maybe buy some classroom sets or something for area kids, because it's certainly in their, what's the word I'm looking for? In their mission. You know what I mean?
great. I'm sure Victor and I would love that.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do that. Well, I don't know if anything will happen, but I will mention it to them.
Okay. Mary,
Okay.
how did you end up on here?
Well, I used to come every month, and then I didn't for a while because I was traveling all over. And when I heard you were going to be on, I said, I'm coming, I'm coming.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to tell us?
Yeah, I think the only thing I would say is when the world out there gets a little too much, I'm partly doing these books because I'm much more of an introvert. And so instead of being out there doing whatever, I feel I'm contributing by the books that are coming up. This one, it'll be interesting to see the response to it and the response to the tree one. And then I have a goofy fun one that's also uses images of sea monsters and lizard people and everything, kind of using the whole pollution thing, how people treat each other. So then when I get frustrated with the world, I think, well, I'm trying. So that's where I go to.
You're doing your part.
Yeah, I'm doing my part.
Yeah.
World needs more beautiful drawings. And
Oh, they're beautiful. It's so
we had
beautiful.
fun with, I worked with the narrator for the audiobook. and there's all kinds of things like owls screeching and bees buzzing. And so if you get a chance to check out the audiobook, we
Yeah.
tried to get one animal effect on every month.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool. And you can do that on through Libby, through the library, you know, how
Right.
they have the great, what is it called? The Great Lakes Book Library, whatever. That's how you can
Yes.
access the
Yeah.
audiobook.
Yeah, I put those insects on there that were good ones and things so people would understand they don't have to spray everything. So,
That's
Yeah.
good.
I have motivation.
And
More
also, Diana, I'm going to try to introduce you. There's another lady in Crystal Falls who's a beautiful illustrator, and she always likes to talk to illustrators. So I will send an email to both of you soon
Okay.
so you can introduce each other, or introduce her to you. Next month, we are going to have Frank Stonehouse. This is his 50th anniversary edition of the Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. So that's
Whoa.
kind of exciting because the 50th anniversary was November, correct, Victor?
Yes.
And so this is his edition for that. And not too long of a book, lots of pictures, lots of bibliography. I've never read it, and I'm looking forward to reading it because he is the world's expert, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, he does not dumb it down. If you don't know what a plimsoll line is, you're going to find out.
Okay.
We met the singer that made that wreck famous, and
Oh.
we were in St. Ignace as it happened, and a friend of ours took pictures at the Mackinac Bridge. The waves were
Ooh.
over parts of the bridge. Yeah.
Wow.
And they said they've really upped the machinery or the electronics now, so we haven't really had a huge wreck like that since. It kind of put things.
Yeah. So we'll see you all next month. Thank you, Diana.
You're welcome.
Mhm.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
You've been watching the UP Notable Books Club, brought to you by the Upper Peninsula Publisher and Authors Association. To join or for more information, please visit us at www.upa.org or www.upnotable.com.